Hi YouTube, Coinpicker here. Here are my thrift store finds for the week. So I was rooting around in the Salvation Army thrift store in one of their bins on the shelves, and I found these two Zippo lighters, and they're considered the slim version. And at first I thought, okay, this looks quite new and very modern, $1.99. And I wasn't familiar with the slim versions until I looked it up online. And just going by the bottom, that script, the way they spell out Zippo, I thought was like very modern, like very new. So I was thinking, should I buy it? But I like the, I guess the corporate logos, the advertising on the lighters. And I found it really weird that there's no more flint. For something so new, well, I thought it was so new, why wouldn't there be flint? It's as if it was worn down. So I did some research and I found out that this logo, this version of the logo, was used actually quite early. I think it was like from the 50s to the 70s-ish. Well, I might be off a little bit. But this one says Sheraton Hotels and Motor Inns. $2, you can't go wrong. And I saw some other Zippos before, like the wider ones, and they always had like numbers and pattern numbers. And I thought, okay, well, this must be very new because I don't see anything like that. Like, how can I look up the dates? Because the dates do affect the value. But apparently, when I looked up very closely, you see those 3 hash lines, hash marks, and there's 3 over here. That is actually a date code. I looked it up online. They have like a whole chart. And apparently this dates back to, I think, like the 60s. Unbelievable. Right. But the money is in this one. Kennecott. I looked that up and it's like some sort of mining company in Alaska. And I think they have another location. Same type of script, but there's 2 dots at the front of the Zippo and, actually 2 at the other end. So I think this was like 1960 something as well. Oh, no flint. And I think out of the 2, this is the most valuable one. And let me see, this is probably like, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks. This one is probably closer to 40 to 50. Not bad for $4 investment. But I don't think I'll sell it. I think I will put this on my shelf. I don't know, I like Zippos. Maybe, I'm not a smoker or anything like that, but I just think they're really cool. People still use this design. I don't know. Very reliable. Next, we have some silver. Got this bracelet right off of the custom jewelry rack at the Salvation Army thrift store. $1.99. So what got me thinking why this is silver, it is marked. And let's see if I can find that mark. I think it's on here. Yep, you see that? 925. And if you could look and see the quality, these rings, the way they're manufactured, they're actually silver soldered together right here as well. And here, I mean, if it was just cheap costume jewelry, you'd think it'll just be like punched out of, you know, like sheet metal or cast. But no, these were actually hammered, soldered together, and then like finished. So look at the other end. So yeah, like a real piece of jewelry. Not bad. So let's see how much this weighs. Got my trusty scale. Put in grams. All right, so 20 grams of sterling silver. So a little bit over half an ounce of pure silver. So I think silver is like $24 Canadian an ounce right now. So let's say 14 bucks of silver weight. Not bad. I think Mrs. Coinpicker has her eye on this, so that'll be going to her. And found this antique cut glass preserve jar, I guess. I don't know if it's called a jar or a container, but it's in good shape. No chips, no cracks. And it was only $3.99. Okay, you're thinking, Coinpicker, you're pretty cheap. Why would you pay $3.99 even for an antique condiment container? Well, all right, look at this ornate lid. It's pretty neat. All right, you know me better than this. So, if you look closely, all right, I'm gonna bring you in. All right, gotta stop moving first. If you look closely, I always check everything. All right, do you see what I see? It says sterling in tiny, tiny little letters right on the edge of the lip. That's what you have to look for. And it has a little, pretty little finial, like a flower. Very nice. All right, let's weigh this. All right, grams. All right, 15 grams, like basically half, less than half an ounce of silver. So about 10, 11 bucks Canadian, just for the lid. So that's like 3 times my money just for the lid, what I paid. Not bad, and it is antique and still usable. Just put your little, spoon in there, and you gotta pull out some marmalade or jelly for your breakfast. Gotta love it. All right, and look at the quality of the cut glass. Very pretty. All right, and what other treasures can I show you? I did pick up this vintage AM/FM portable radio, Panasonic, made in Japan. No, actually, it's probably made in China. Yeah, made in China for Panasonic, and it's still sealed. And I believe it was made like in, was it like 1989 to 1994? I think, give or take, and only $6.99. This I'll probably put online, put on eBay and sell. Last time I did pretty good with that Sony Walkman. Same sort of deal, like it was sealed in a package, and it was, I think, from year 2000. So it wasn't even old. Like, well, this is older than that Sony. So $6.99. I'll flip this. Probably ask, I don't know, $99.99 Canadian. But have a look. It's Panasonic model RF423. FM AM stereo headphone radio. There are vintage electronics collectors out there. I don't know, it's not like super old, but I think it's old enough that people are still interested in collecting it. And who knows, they might crack it open and use it. Pretty cool. All right. And very, very surprising, right? Most of my scores, obviously, are from the Salvation Army thrift stores, a number of different stores. But I picked up this little baby at the Value Village. Very surprising, because usually they're overpriced, they're for profit. They look up everything up the wazoo to squeeze out every penny of value and price it accordingly. So for me to find this, a Nintendo DS Lite game console, incredible, for a reasonable price. $14.99, pretty good shape. Missing the little stylo, little plastic pen thing, which is not a big deal. I think my son has extra. Missing the chargers, no big deal. You know, those are a few bucks, and I think we also have some extras. But it does come with 2 games, and it works. Right, so have a look at this. Made in China. All right, this is the key thing here. There's a game cartridge for Game Boy Advance, which is compatible in here. You see that? But there was another game card in here. 2 games. So we have here Pokemon Diamond version. Pretty cool. I'll just pop that back in. And all right, so the last owner put some sort of screen protector on both screens, which I will take off and clean up. But powers up. Pretty cool. All right, it works. Now, let's see what that surprise cartridge is, because the label is pretty messed up. All right. See if I can put this thing back in one-handed. All right, I think it's in. All right, we'll see what is on this cartridge. All right, that's a good sign. Oh, cool. All right, that's a winner. Well, my son who loves electronics, he's going to clean this up and, well, it'll be for the kids. Anyways, these are my finds for the week. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Coinpicker out.